What if Tanjiro had Ultra Instinct? So you guys voted for this in my newest post, so make sure to go check it out if you want to pick the next video. And real quick, sorry I couldn't finish the what if all the Hashira were good demons timeline. That one changed the story way too much, and I had to basically rebuild the whole series from scratch, kind of like what I did with the solo leveling one, so go watch that video right now if you want a big timeline. But anyway, let's get into this. Some people might think Ultra Instinct is just another version of the selfless state, but it's really not. The selfless state mainly masks your presence and puts you in a calmer mindset, like a flow state that real athletes get. It doesn't give you real automatic dodging. Ultra Instinct, on the other hand, is crazy heightened reflexes. Anything coming at you, from behind, the side, above, your body just moves by itself and dodges it. No thinking. Pure instinct. I'm not giving Tanjiro ki blasts or Dragon Ball power levels, since this is Demon Slayer, so he's only getting the basic Ultra Instinct stuff, the auto dodge, the heightened reactions, and that calm, focused state. This actually makes for a really cool timeline, because Tanjiro could fight Upper Moons just off pure dodging, but I'm going to give it to him at the start of the story. Let's go right into it. Tanjiro goes out to sell coal. When he tries to head back home, the old man stops him and tells him demons roam at night, so Tanjiro stays over. He comes back in the morning, sees his whole family dead, except Nezuko, who turned into a demon. He grabs her and tries to get help. Then Giyu shows up, fights him, and tells him to go train with Urokodaki, the former water Hashira. Everything happens the same at first, but everything changes during training. Tanjiro unlocks Ultra Instinct because of the trauma of seeing his whole family dead. It pushes him into this automatic state, the same way Goku unlocked it under extreme pressure. So while he's sparring with Urokodaki, it's super weird because Tanjiro can dodge everything Urokodaki throws at him. Every slash, every attack, every move. Tanjiro slips around it like nothing. He can give blows back, but they aren't strong enough yet to actually overwhelm Urokodaki. But still, Urokodaki can't land a hit, not one. So now Tanjiro is considered a straight-up prodigy, a genius in Urokodaki's eyes. And this is where the story changes. Before the boulder training, Urokodaki originally didn't even trust Tanjiro enough to send him to final selection. But in this timeline, bro, Tanjiro doesn't even need to cut the boulder. Urokodaki knows he can dodge anything those demons throw at him, so he allows Tanjiro to go to final selection early. Because with Ultra Instinct, Tanjiro can avoid every single hit sent his way, and now he enters final selection. So, when Tanjiro faces all the demons in final selection, he really only needs to work on his attack power, not his defense, because his defense is basically automatic now. He just dodges everything without even thinking. Most of the demons can't even touch him. Tanjiro slices through a bunch of them, while barely breaking a sweat. When it comes to the hand demon, it's the same thing. The hand demon tries to smash him, grab him, throw rocks, but Tanjiro's Ultra Instinct just reacts instantly. He slips through every attack like water. The only problem Tanjiro has is actually cutting the demon's neck, because the hand demon is super durable, and Tanjiro's strikes aren't crazy strong yet, so he has to try a couple of times to get the angle right, but either way, he still slices off the head and finishes the job. Now final selection is done. After that, Tanjiro heads out on his journey. Just like in the original timeline, he defeats the swamp demon with insane dodging, fights Kyogai the drum demon without taking a single hit, meets Zenitsu and Inosuke, and goes through all those early missions. But the big change is coming, Rui's fight. When they reach Rui's mountain, Zenitsu is obviously staying back because he's scared, and Tanjiro and Inosuke rush up the mountain like usual. They help out all the other demon slayers, clear the weaker demons, and defeat the mom demon just like normal. But things change a lot when it comes to the dad demon. Tanjiro dodges every single swing the dad demon throws. Inosuke is attacking from the side, while Tanjiro keeps the dad demon busy, slipping through every attack like nothing. When Tanjiro tries to slice off the dad demon's head, it's way easier than the original timeline, because he can actually get the opening, but his attack power still isn't strong enough to one-shot him, so they still have to work together to beat the dad demon. After that, Tanjiro finds his way to Rui, right when Rui's torturing Nezuko. Rui instantly gets frustrated, because none of his threads can even touch Tanjiro. Tanjiro is dodging everything, the cutting threads, the webs, all of it. And when Tanjiro tries to cut Rui's head off with water breathing, it still doesn't work, because Rui keeps pulling the same cheap trick, connecting his fake neck with threads and pretending to be decapitated. So Tanjiro does the same thing as the original timeline, but way cleaner. With Nezuko activating her blood demon art, Tanjiro unlocks sun breathing, and this time he cuts off Rui's head instantly. His sword is in perfect condition. Tanjiro's body is untouched, and the form comes out clean because he's not half dead like before. Now, I want to explain a quick thing about Ultra Instinct. Goku has his base Ultra Instinct, not the silver hair one, where he's in his normal form, but his instincts are active. He glows a tiny bit, but he's not fully powered. That's exactly what Tanjiro has right now. He has the dodging instincts, the auto reaction, and the flow state, but he can still awaken full Ultra Instinct later for a massive boost in power. Now, after Rui's fight, a lot of people would say Tanjiro should instantly become a Hashira because he defeated a lower moon demon. But Tanjiro's obviously too nice, he doesn't think he deserves it, and the Hashira don't think he's ready yet. Then we get the Hashira meeting. They start freaking out over Nezuko being a demon, and the whole Sanemi situation is completely different. Sanemi can't even touch Tanjiro. When they fight, Tanjiro is just tagging him over and over, while Sanemi literally cannot land a finger on him. Because of Ultra Instinct, Sanemi ends up getting folded simply because he can't hit him even once. After all that, Nezuko's case gets settled because of Giyu and Urokodaki vouching for her, and the Ubuyashiki family already knows about Tamayo, so they accept her. They recover at Shinobu's mansion, and then Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke head out with Rengoku for the Mugen Train arc, starting the next big part of the story. So when Inosuke, Zenitsu, Tanjiro, and Nezuko board the Mugen Train, everything basically starts off the same as the original timeline. They all fall asleep from Enmu's dream trap, and they all wake up thanks to Nezuko and Tanjiro figuring out how to break out of the dream world. After that, Rengoku tells Tanjiro and Inosuke to go kill Lower Moon 1, Enmu, while he protects the passengers with Nezuko and Zenitsu. But this time, with Ultra Instinct, Tanjiro dodges almost everything Enmu throws at him. The tentacles still force him to break the dream, the same way because it's not a physical attack, but once he wakes up fully, he dodges every single hit and slices up Enmu with Inosuke way easier than in the original story. When the train derails, Tanjiro does not get stabbed. He just dodges the whole thing. Then, Upper Moon 3 Akaza shows up. Akaza goes straight for Rengoku, just like always, but Tanjiro can dodge him instantly. Tanjiro jumps in to help Rengoku, not matching his skill or strength, but acting as a perfect decoy because Akaza can't touch him at all. And with Ultra Instinct, Tanjiro has basically no killing intent. He's literally in a flow state, which makes him harder to sense. Then it happens. Tanjiro sees Rengoku getting hurt badly, and that emotional push unlocks full power Ultra Instinct for the first time ever. It mixes with his selfless state, giving him boosted strength, boosted speed, and perfect dodging. With that power-up, Tanjiro kills Akaza right there, saving Rengoku and completely changing the timeline. After the Mugen Train, Tanjiro still doesn't become a Hashira. Even though he's insanely strong defensively, Tanjiro still needs way more offensive power and way more real fight experience to qualify. Since he barely gets hit in fights now, he hasn't built the same attack strength he had in the original. He trains all the way up to the Entertainment District arc now. When he meets Tengen, Tanjiro volunteers Inosuke and Zenitsu instead of the girls, so all three of them dress up and infiltrate the district. Like in the original timeline, they find Daki, and things go way different. While Tengen, Zenitsu, and Inosuke fight the Belt Demon, Tanjiro versus Daki begins, and Daki cannot lay a single thread, belt, or finger on Tanjiro. He's saving way more people, because he can dodge literally everything while moving them out of the way. He still can't activate full power Ultra Instinct on command, but even his base form is enough to get right up to Daki and slice her head off with sun breathing that triggers Gyutaro showing up early. And here's where Ultra Instinct actually starts to struggle. Gyutaro's blood sickles are insanely fast and full of poison, so Tanjiro starts getting grazed. Not full hits, but little cuts. And those cuts are enough to tell Tanjiro he needs to step it up. So Tanjiro activates full Ultra Instinct again and awakens his Demon Slayer mark at the same time. Now Gyutaro straight up can't touch him. Tengen, Zenitsu, and Inosuke rush in, and with Tanjiro basically untouchable, the fight becomes way more in their favor. Now with Tanjiro's boosted strength, boosted speed, and boosted everything, he starts kind of pushing back Gyutaro, but not by that much. But when Tengen comes in, that's when it really starts to shift. Gyutaro keeps trying to hit Tanjiro, but Tanjiro is dodging everything and landing a bunch of blows on him. Tanjiro's still not strong enough to really match Gyutaro's pure attack power, but he's up there actually fighting with him. Meanwhile, Zenitsu and Inosuke are doing the same thing they did in the original timeline with Daki. In this timeline, Tengen does not get his hand cut off. Everything else happens the same. The buildings still collapse. Zenitsu and Inosuke still get their really bad injuries, with Inosuke getting cut through the whole body with Gyutaro's sickle, and Zenitsu still trapped under the rubble. But Tengen and Tanjiro are not under the rubble this time. They're still fighting Gyutaro. Zenitsu Zenitsu and Inosuke get out and kill Daki like usual, while Tanjiro, with his Demon Slayer mark and full Ultra Instinct active, teams up with Tengen and finishes Gyutaro off just like the original timeline. Tanjiro doesn't get hurt, so he doesn't need Nezuko to heal him from the poison, but Inosuke, Zenitsu, and Tengen still need help, so Nezuko burns away the poison and heals them up. After that, instead of Tanjiro being in a 3-month coma like the original timeline, he actually uses that entire time to train. He works on his attack power, asks Zenitsu and the Hashira how he can improve it, and he gets way better. His raw attack strength improves insanely because he starts practicing sun breathing a lot during those 3 months. Now Tanjiro's sword is still chipped from fighting Gyutaro, so he needs a new one. That sends him straight to the Swordsmith Village, which starts the Swordsmith Village arc. So let's skip most of the dialogue and just go over it quickly. Tanjiro meets Mitsuri in the hot spring. He meets Genya there too. He meets Muichiro fighting the training doll. He does the doll training. All of that. He wants his sword rebuilt. Everything the same. So I'm skipping straight to the part where Muichiro, the Mist Hashira, comes in and pinches Tanjiro's nose. They talk for a little bit until Upper Moon 4 shows up and the battle starts. Real quick guys, let me explain. Ultra Instinct a little better. Ultra Instinct is basically muscle memory fighting for you. You're not thinking, your body just reacts perfectly on its own.
Your end goal should be to master the ability to have each part of your body think and move independently of the other parts.
That's literally what Ultra Instinct is. I forgot to fully explain that earlier. But anyway, back to the video. Muichiro still gets blasted away. So it's Genya, Tanjiro, and Nezuko fighting all 4 emotion clones. When the Joybird tries to grab him, Tanjiro dodges it instantly, so Tanjiro stays in the fight, and eventually they still all get knocked down, like the original Nezuko gets trapped under the rubble. She grabs Tanjiro's blade, puts her blood demon art on it, and gives him the red blade. Now Tanjiro goes off on all 4 emotion clones. They can't lay a finger on him, even with their wind-based attacks, and Tanjiro learned in the last arc what full power Ultra Instinct feels like, so he goes full power again, and holds them off, while Genya and Nezuko try to kill the main body. Genya realizes he can't do it, so Tanjiro switches places with Genya and Nezuko. While Genya and Nezuko hold off the emotion clones, Tanjiro tries to go after the main body, but the 4 emotion clones merge into one huge emotion demon to stop him. Meanwhile, Muichiro breaks out of the water prison and is fighting Gyoko, Upper Moon 5. Mitsuri comes back, saves the village chief from the fish monsters, and then helps Tanjiro hold off the big merged emotion clone, while Tanjiro, Nezuko, and Genya go after the real main body. Everything still happens the same, but this time, Tanjiro's foot and body aren't messed up because he dodges everything, and his Ultra Instinct keeps him in good shape to finish the fight. Once the sunrise comes, and Nezuko is burning in the sun, Muichiro throws Tanjiro the new sword. Tanjiro grabs it mid-air, cuts off the main body's head, and Nezuko becomes immune to sunlight. And that wraps up the Swordsmith Village arc. Now we head right into the Hashira training arc. Basically goes the same. Instead of Tanjiro recovering, he goes straight into training right when Inosuke and Zenitsu do. And this time, a lot of the Hashira want to spar with him because he can literally dodge all of their attacks. That gives the Hashira more training, and it gives him more training. And the Hashira try to boost his attack power, which they really do. He improves a lot with Yomei and Sanemi teaching him, but Sanemi still has a restraining order from the Hashira meeting, so both of them can't really be around each other for too long. But with Obanai's training and everyone helping him, his attack power goes way up. So everything basically happens the same after that. Muzan shows up, kills the Ubuyashiki family head. All the demons jump him, and then everyone gets dropped into the Infinity Castle. And the matchups are still the same. Except Akaza's dead, because we killed him in the Mugen Train arc. So here are the matchups. Upper Moon, 2 fight, Giyu, Rengoku, Shinobu, Kanao, and Inosuke. Upper Moon 1 fight, Tanjiro, Gyomei, Sanemi, Muichiro, and Genya side battles. Zenitsu versus Kaigaku, and Nakime, the Biwa woman, versus Yushiro, Mitsuri, and Obanai. Tengen protects the Ubuyashiki family head's body. So let's start with the fights. Upper Moon 2, Doma. Shinobu said it takes at least 3 Hashira to beat Doma. And here, we have Rengoku, Giyu, the 3rd strongest Hashira, Shinobu, one of the fastest Hashira, and Kanao's eye technique, plus Inosuke. That squad absolutely clears Doma. Shinobu doesn't have to sacrifice herself in this timeline because she finally has enough backup. They cut Doma down and finish him without anybody dying. They're all still badly injured though. Shinobu is almost on the brink of death, but she survives side battles. Zenitsu versus Kaigaku goes the same. Zenitsu wins with 7th form. Yushiro takes control of the Infinity Castle with Mitsuri and Obanai backing him. Upper Moon 1, Kokushibo, fight Tanjiro, arrives with Muichiro. Kokushibo notices Tanjiro's earrings and the sun-breathing aura, and instantly gets pissed. He immediately tries to kill Tanjiro first, but Tanjiro activates his powerful Ultra Instinct, and Kokushibo can't land a single hit. Tanjiro can't always counterattack, it's too risky, but he dodges perfectly. While Muichiro searches for an opening, Genya helps too. He eats part of Kokushibo's body, gains a version of his blood demon art, and fires his gun to open weak points. Sanemi and Gyome show up and overwhelm Kokushibo now. With all 5 of them attacking, Kokushibo eventually gets his head cut off. He sees his life flash before him, remembers Yoriichi, feels that grief, and Tanjiro comforts him while he dies peacefully. Muzan notices Yushiro has taken control of the Infinity Castle, kills Nakime instantly, and Yushiro forces everyone out of the castle. Now we head into the Sundown Countdown arc. I think basically the end happens the same, but the huge difference is Tanjiro isn't hurt at all this time. He's right on the front lines with all the Demon Slayers, and with the Hashira having their Demon Slayer marks, and Tanjiro having his own mark plus Ultra Instinct, plus getting those flashbacks of Yoriichi teaching him the 13th form. They basically kill Muzan the same way as the original timeline, dragging him into the sun. But this time, the Hashira don't get nearly as hurt, because Tanjiro is dodging everything and helping them way more than the original. And since they have way more backup, most of them survive the battle. The only one who probably still dies is Gyome, because he's past 25, and he has the Demon Slayer mark. So he dies after the fight, peacefully, still thinking about his family. Everyone else actually gets to live out the rest of their time. Tanjiro never becomes the Demon King in this timeline, and then the epilogue stays the same. Tanjiro and Kanao get together, Shinobu and Giyu get together, Mitsuri and Obanai finally get together, and the Hashira with Demon Slayer marks still only live until 25. But at least this time they don't die in that brutal final battle. They all get to live peacefully for a few more years. Hope you guys like and subscribe. Click on this video right here.